seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. Did you understand what I just said?
Can we agree to disagree on the legalese?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here.
So you're saying that I have to say the words "I understand"?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that.
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Going to state your name.
My name is Daniel Magoo, for the record, Your Honor.
You're going to represent yourself in this matter, sir?
Yes, sir.
I do have to advise you that in this case, you are charged with the offense of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. That is a high court misdemeanor felony punishable by up to 2 years and or $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I understand your charge.
You understand also that there is great peril in one representing themselves. You understand that, sir?
I'm not afraid, Your Honor.
Did you understand what I just said? That there is great peril in representing oneself.
I comprehend what you're saying, Your Honor.
Tell you what. Either you're going to answer my questions and you're going to answer them properly, or we're going to have a long time and I'm not going to have these people wait. So while you decide how you're going to handle this, I'm going to have you have a seat. I'm going to pass your case. You will come back up and you will learn how to operate within this court. Plain and simple. Have a seat. Have a seat. And you might want to wipe that smirk off your face while you're doing it. State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Daniel Magoo.
I have stated the admonishments that I was giving to the defendant representing himself. I apprised him of the maximum penalties and the charges. Apprised him, and sir, I'll ask you the question again. You understand that there can be great peril in representing yourself?
I fully recognize and acknowledge the seriousness of the charges, which include allegations of
Not my question. You understand that there can be serious peril in representing yourself?
I recognize what you're saying, and I'm fully prepared to proceed with this matter.
Will you just do me a favor and answer my question? Do you understand that there is great peril in representing oneself?
I recognize that.
Okay, then stop there.
Okay.
You recognize that.
Recognize.
Do you understand that that in any of the proceedings that the court would hold you to the same standards as if you were a practicing attorney, will give no leeway one way or the other, will show no favoritism or no bias because you are representing yourself? You understand that, sir?
I recognize what you're saying, Your Honor.
You know what? I don't know why you just won't understand. I'm asking you, and I need a direct answer, whether you understand what I am saying, not whether or not you're recognizing the words. Do you understand what I am saying?
I overstand what you're saying.
I won't tell lies. This guy has to get it from me. In fact, that was very humorous. Despite having a tortoise-like IQ on NyQuil, I am unable to deny it. There, he truly made me giggle. However, I'm also a little upset with this person. He is simply squandering everyone's time in court, so perhaps I should say clown instead. You realize how much a judge's time costs, bro? Bro, monopolistic money doesn't run the courtroom. Lawyers, judges, and even the clerk, they are all compensated on an hourly basis. Additionally, this man is wasting money every second he plays legal dodgeball. Not to mention that there is such a thing as obstruction of justice. Court cannot be turned into an open mic night with no repercussions. Please share your thoughts about this man with me. Let's get back to it.
You want to be?
Your Honor.
You have a seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. The other one's in custody. I realize we are now at least caught up within an hour. I think those that want to go probably want me to take a break about now. So I'm going to take about a 5 minute, 10 minute break. I'll come back out and then I'll call the case. The court's going to stand in recess.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daniel Magoo. Here in Dewey Juris.
All right. So on this matter, I was apprised you of your rights. I told you about the charges in this case. We get to the point of understanding that there is a certain peril in representing.
Listening, sorry. My notes, I apologize, Your Honor. I meant no disrespect.
That must have been intentional. No way. While the judge was speaking, he simply walked away without saying anything. For example, is he unaware that he is in a courtroom rather than his living room? Since he is essentially pleading for a jail stay by disobeying a judge in that way, I'm shocked that Judge Simpson hasn't already given him 30 days for contempt. And let's take a moment to discuss Mr. Magoo. With a name like that, how can you possibly be serious? Magoo sounds like the person who spills his coffee after tripping on a level surface and then somehow attributes it to gravity. That type of intensity, however, only gets you placed in a holding cell in court. So let's get back to it and see where his mindset takes him.
And that the court will treat you the same as an attorney in the case. You understand, sir? Listen closely to my question. Do you understand that?
I do not understand.
You do not understand it.
No.
The court, you will be presumed to know the rules of procedure as well as the Michigan rules of evidence, that the court will not be giving you assistance in regard to this case.
What I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is I do not understand the charges that are pitting against me because they violate a lot of my rights. And the prosecutor served me the discovery packet on the 27th of last month. Since then, I have not received any kind of evidence or any kind of claims that I violated any kind of anything that day. So I'm here waiting for that to occur. So no, I don't understand.
Waiting for what to occur?
Well, under the rights to due process, Your Honor, 4th, 5th, 8th Amendment, there has to be substantiated amount of evidence to accuse me of a crime, like assault on a police officer, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. I take these charges very serious, Your Honor. Because of these charges, I have lost custody of my son, and I want to make sure that these justice is served and equity is ensured here.
Sir, I just asked you before whether or not you understood the charges.
And I answered you, Your Honor. I said I do not understand them.
Whether or not you disagree with them or not, is not the issue. The issue is do you understand what you are charged with?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Is there a reason other than what you said that you do not understand?
I can elaborate a little further, Your Honor. I'm still
I
waiting.
wish you wouldn't. I just need to understand why you don't understand.
I'm trying to get there, Your
charges.
Honor, if we could talk
I'm
about it.
not asking you whether or not you agree that you should be charged. I'm not asking whether or not you
You're asking-
believe that you did it. I'm not asking any of that. I'm asking whether or not you understand what you are charged with.
Can we agree to disagree on the legalese?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here. You play by my rules.
So you're saying that I have to say the words, I understand?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything.
Okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am not going to play this game with you.
I'm not.
So what? No, you are playing a
I'm
game.
not.
So no, you are. And do not interrupt me ever again. Do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a week to think about it, because I'm not going to sit here, call your case up 4 or 5 times, for you to sit here and to go through this whole, try to play some semantical game. So I will adjourn this out to December 12th, 2024. I will adjourn it to 9 a.m.
Your Honor,
or I will, do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that date.
not interrupt, do not. One more time, you're going.
This is where you're going. This man is acting like a complete annoyance. For example, it was first humorous. Maku the idiot made us all laugh. But now that we've been amused, I wish Judge Simpson would just give him the 30-day notice. Court trials take a very long time because of people like this guy. While everyone else wants to get on with their life, they are wasting a great deal of time and tax resources. In all honesty, judges ought to cease issuing countless warnings and instead begin levying contempt charges immediately. No arguments, no second chances, just jail time, particularly for the idiot Magoo. Court isn't an open mic night, as I mentioned, and anyone who wants to act foolish may do it from a holding cell. Is Judge Simpson being too patient, in your opinion? Or should he have closed it down sooner? Ought to.
I've given you fair warning. I'm adjourning the proceeding out. If you are objecting to that, objections noted. It's still adjourned out to the 12th. Bond will continue. You
Your
may
Honor.
leave now.
I have constitutional.
You may leave
violations.
now.
Let's go. Mister.
I have a right to a
You may
counsel.
leave.
Do I not have a right to a counsel?
You want an attorney, you may get on an attorney, sir?
I need somebody to explain the problem here.
Do you wish to be represented by an attorney on this?
I do not need to represent myself. I'm presenting myself. I'm the only one that was there in this courtroom. No one was there. I don't recall anybody that was there that day. I'm the only one that knows what happened, Your Honor.
Do you wish
I was
to be
violated.
represented by an attorney? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If you wish to be represented by an attorney,
Your Honor, I have constitutional violations
do
that need
you
to
wish to be represented by an attorney?
you take an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of
Then,
America.
if you do not want to answer my question, Mr. Allen, he is to be removed from my court.
You can tell it's going to fall when Judge Simpson calls for Mr. Allen. That is essentially your parent using your entire name in court. You can sense that it's over. However, I believe that this guy got off with a relatively light sentence. No jail time, no contempt charge, only a verbal reprimand and a free license to return to the streets. Since Judge Simpson has imprisoned people for far shorter periods of time, I honestly believe it to be a victory for him. It's really crazy that this guy was able to frighten the judge so much and still leave without being charged with contempt. This person either possesses some sort of courtroom plot armor, or Judge Simpson was feeling very giving. Speaking of the idiot Magoo, though, I'm left wondering why he no longer has custody of his children. He asserted that this instance was the reason. Let's be honest, though. It probably had more to do with his low IQ than anything else. Custody losses are not given out by family courts like free snacks at Costco. They consider stability, judgment, and, the fundamentals of adulthood, all of which Magoo doesn't appear to have mastered. How are you meant to care for a child if you can't even be serious during a court hearing? The judge in the support court most likely heard him open his lips as soon as he entered the room and decided to pass on that. Anyway, it concludes this crazy court hearing. Tell me what you guys think. Even if this court session was older, it's still a classic. I needed to bring it up again. However, I would really like to know what you guys think. Even though Judge Simpson was verbally attacking this man, do you think he was being too kind? He could have gone a bit harder here, in my opinion, but please share your thoughts in the comments. It simply brightens my day to read your remarks, which I enjoy. Additionally, if you would like to see more videos like this, please remember to like and subscribe. Keep checking back for my daily posts. Anyway, I really appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much. Be careful, everyone.